Right, I want you to be brutally honest with yourself for like the next 5-10 minutes, yeah? Because I want to ask you something that might sting a little. Are you actually overweight, or are you just brutally, embarrassingly inconsistent? Because there's a massive difference between both of those things. And most people are walking around thinking they have some sort of metabolic problem, some complex physiological reason why they can't shift weight. When really, if we laid out the last, let's say 10 months, or okay, no, let's be better than that. Let's say 3 months, yeah, of their eating and training on a spreadsheet, it would look less like a fitness plan and more like one of those paintings that is just a mess. And then you have to step further and further back, and then it kind of starts to look like something. Here's the reality. To lose body fat, you need to be in a calorie deficit. That means eating fewer calories than your body burns. Come on, people. We know this. Come on, deep down, we know this, don't we? I mean, it's that simple. It really is. I understand that, it's hard to do. Yeah? No one wants to do it. And people are there still trying to find something other than a calorie deficit for them to get the result that they're looking for. But end of the day, it is a calorie deficit. Every diet that's ever worked, keto, intermittent fasting, slimming world, whatever, it works for the exact same reason. It puts you in a calorie deficit. The packaging changes, but the actual mechanism doesn't. Okay, so how big does that calorie deficit need to be? For most people, 300 to 500 calories below maintenance per day will get you some decent results. And it will get you some decent results whilst maintaining and not destroying your energy or your muscle mass. It's not sexy. It's not fast. But it works. It actually works every single time when it's actually done properly. And that last part is important, when it's actually done properly, because that is where most people fall apart. Let me paint you a picture. Monday, you're eating well. You're in a deficit. You're smashing it. Tuesday, same things. Wednesday, someone brings biscuits into the office. A one won't hurt. You have the one, then you're like, okay, two. You're halfway through the second one, and then you're like, you know what? Listen, I've been working really hard. So, all right, go on then, four. Then you think, you know what? Fuck it. I've already kind of ruined today. I had those 4 biscuits. So you phone up whoever and decide to go out for a meal out. You go out for the meal out, you have whatever you want. You have wine, you have some dessert. You're loving it. This shit tastes nice. And then suddenly you've erased 2 days worth of a deficit in one goddamn sitting. Thursday, you're back on it. I fucked up, but I need to work hard. So you go in the gym, you do some mad cardio, you train for like an hour, you do like about 3 hours worth of some kind of activity to kind of punish what you've done. Then Friday comes around and someone suggests drinks after work. Saturday, you brunch. Sunday, there's a roast. Monday, you're horrified at yourself. And the whole cycle just starts again. That's not a fitness journey. That's a recurring nightmare with a gym membership. The problem isn't your body. The problem is the pattern. You're not consistently in a deficit long enough to see results. And then you're blaming your body for a problem your habits created. Studies on this are actually quite brutal. Research published in the International Journal of Obesity found that people underestimated their calories by up to 47%. And then they also overestimated their physical activity by up to 51%. So when someone tells me eating well and still not losing weight, there is a very decent chance they are genuinely not eating as well as they think they are. And here's where consistency becomes everything. The human body doesn't respond to 7 days of effort and then report back. No, adaptation takes weeks. Visible change takes months. You are not going to see the result of 2 weeks of decent eating. You are going to see the results of 16 weeks. But for most people, by that time, they would have given up because they're not seeing a result quick enough. And then a large chunk of people, well, they never get there because they reset the clock every time they fall off. Now look, I'm not saying you need to be perfect. Perfection is a one-way ticket to binge eating and self-loathing. Perfect doesn't exist. It's the goal, yes, it's something to aim for, but there is no perfect. What I'm suggesting is that consistency at 80% beats perfection for 2 days, followed by chaos for 5. And it will beat it every fucking single time. So here's what I want you to actually do. Before you start Googling weight loss programs or watching transformation videos, I want you to genuinely audit the last month of your eating and your training. Not the version you tell your friend, the real version, including the Wednesday biscuits, including the Saturday brunch, including everything you ate, standing in the kitchen at 11 p.m, telling yourself it didn't count. And then ask yourself, honestly, have I actually been consistent? Have I genuinely been in a calorie deficit for most days? Or have I just been doing my head in, telling myself I'm trying, whilst my behavior tells a completely different story? Because if the answer is the latter, you don't have a weight problem, you have a consistency problem. And that is actually not the worst news you can hear, because consistency is completely within your control. You can change that today if you wanted to. You could change that now if you wanted to. The question is, will you?